Hello, hello. I'm your host, PeaceLoveMusic, and we have another episode of the DeOrganized podcast. Co-host Haddy, and we have some awesome guests for you today. I've got Michael and Yana from Art Unchained and Danilo from the Miracle Project. Two awesome projects in the crypto space. Really excited to have these guys here. And again, follow DeOrganized BTC on Twitter and to catch more of these. We're looking to host and spotlight projects in the ecosystem, Bitcoin and or the broader crypto space. We love stacks, but today we're a little bit outside of that realm, and really excited to bridge into some of these communities. I know Haddy is familiar with you guys. Haddy, how are you today, man?
I am super duper excited today, to be honest. I'm really happy that I've got some familiar faces on here for me, and I'm really looking forward to introducing what they do today. They're two amazing projects, so I'm really excited. And also to delve deeper, because a lot of things have happened with both of them over the last 6 months. They've both been building a lot in the bear.
Awesome. And so Danilo, how are you today? Thank you. Danilo is from The Miracle. It's themiracle.io. Tell us a little bit about that. Or how are you today? Welcome.
Yeah. First of all, thanks a lot for having me, and really good to see some familiar faces also with Haddy and the Unchained team. Super, super happy to be here. And yeah, my name is Danilo. I'm from Switzerland. And yeah, The Miracle is basically the go-to platform for everything your NFT can unlock, when it comes to benefits, rewards, airdrops, claims, merchandise. We put it all together and make it super easy for you that you can access everything across chains.
Very, very cool. So it basically you work with NFT and I think also getting into ordinals communities to provide them a platform for accessing or even kind of just discovering what their holders can discover, what tools they have, or what advantages and stuff they get from holding their NFTs.
Yeah, exactly. Like in simple terms, when you look at the user journey nowadays, you buy into a certain project through a marketplace or even through a wallet, and you stay up to date with everything that's happening on social media, on Discord. But the information and how it's distributed is super fragmented, and that is the result at the end of the day that holders miss out when they can claim something, when they can access a special discount, or having access to an airdrop or licensing rights. So basically your token can be added with tons of things, and because marketplaces and wallets and every app which supports those assets don't show you what you can access, you're missing out. So if you go nowadays on your wallet, it doesn't matter if it is like on a Ledger or Phantom or Xverse, you can see the asset. You might have some technical information, price, action history, some description. But from a holder perspective, what you can do with this token, whether it is even an event ticket or an upcoming networking opportunity, that information is missing. And this is what the Miracle is solving. We show the holder what they can do with the NFT, when they can do it, how they can access certain things. And the goal is really to distribute this after also across apps. So we started with first integrations, for example, on Degens Finance. And now I'm in touch also with wallets and marketplaces to get that information into every app which is supporting NFTs and ordinals.
Wow, very, very cool. Very innovative. It's definitely something that provides a needed service in the space. Maybe a need that we weren't really aware we had. But yeah, that definitely, I think everyone here probably is holding some NFTs and or ordinals that come with some benefits that we don't know about. And so there's a platform you can go and check those out. And if you are a founder or a manager of a project, you would go and provide that information to the Miracle.
Yeah, I think like the cool or the innovative thing about our solution is that the project or the brand itself doesn't have to do anything. So we have built a tool which is aggregating the information. And once the data is aggregated, we have an AI tool implemented, which is organizing the data. So it identifies, okay, is this an airdrop or is this a claim, a reward, an IRL event, a mint? We detected like more than 50 categories over the last months. And the AI is doing the work, putting the data together, and then links it with the asset. So whenever you as a holder are connected with your wallet on the Miracle, it identifies, okay, do you have access to certain benefits or not? But from a project perspective, there is no work to do, and that's like the magic behind it.
Wow, that's amazing. So, wow, that's awesome. That's incredible. Crazy, actually. So you have an AI that's crawling the space and just picking these things out for the projects that you currently are tracking. And I know that we're going to get back to this. I want to actually introduce our other guests. I got Michael and Yana from Art Unchained. Michael's on Unchained Ninja on the platform, and Haddy is actually an advisor on that platform as well. Welcome, Michael and Yana. Give me some information about Unchained, Art Unchained.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us. We're really excited to be here, and we also got Yana with us today. It wasn't planned, so it's a bit a ninja attack on her.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hello. Nice to meet you all.
So good. Art Unchained, we found it in October 22. It basically came back from my own need. Back then, I was collecting a lot of art, especially what you see right now on the screen. This is the Cyberpunk gallery. This is basically the gallery, how everything started. So I had my artworks, and I needed a gallery, and I didn't want to have just another white, clean gallery, as we all know them. They're beautiful, but they're not always working for everything. So I wanted to have a custom one, and I couldn't really find what I needed. And so through Twitter, we got in contact with our architects, Farnas and Mahmoud. And then we started building our own gallery. And that's kind of like how everything started. Then we put all the artwork in there. Then we realized, hey, we had so much fun doing that we just started a business for doing these galleries. And this website is actually still the same old website since 2 years. We are working on the new one, as it's kind of outdated. It's a beautiful page, but the stuff on it is just outdated. We started on non-cyber. We have experience on Sandbox. Meanwhile, we're working a lot on Nifty Island, and there's not a single word about those things on the website right now, but you see at least some of our portfolio there. And yeah, so it kind of started with just having that gallery, but then we also started building community spaces, for example, for the Chimpers, or recently also Borba. And we're also looking to bring Web 2 into the Web 3 space. So we made the one from Elliot. If you Google Pine Castle in California, you will find a nice building. And we did a digital twin of that building and just added a bit more things. So now it has a big rocket station below the building and things like that. And so, yeah, we believe that metaverse, or let's say that way, that digital and virtual or whatever, all the reality things we have right now, these things are more and more going to merge and becoming our daily reality. And with that, also people will need more virtual homes, virtual gadgets, all the digital furniture, etc. It goes more and more digital, and so we're here to build those things. We're building all kind of 3D assets, you can say. It started with the spaces. Meanwhile, we do everything that you could need in your 3D world, from avatars to furniture things to whole islands, whole environments. So basically, we're we're building your dream, your vision. If you have something really cool in mind, or you have a childhood dream and you only see that, it's hard to explain that to people. We try to understand that and then visualize that in a 3D environment so everyone can experience the crazy stuff you may have in mind. And so turning stories into a 3D reality, it's what we do. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
Awesome. Yeah, it's really, and the artists bring the community to this space, right? So the way to grow is to support and promote artists and art development in the space. Actually want to shout out to Landy, said hi, GPSC said hello, what's up, and Reese is also in the house. And these are all awesome OGs in the stack space. Really cool guys. I don't know if Landy's an artist. He's an ordinals guy. Reese and GPSC are actually both artists as well. And that's the community. There's a lot of artistic, creative effort around the crypto space, and that's what's bringing people here. So what you guys are doing, providing a gallery or a space for them to display their work, and also people to come and look at the work. It's really cool, really interesting stuff. I love it. And I love that you guys are actually, I didn't know that. I wasn't aware until he lined up the show that Haddy was actually an advisor to you guys. So, I love seeing his face up there. Haddy's a tremendous guy. You guys obviously know this if he's working with you.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. And it's like Haddy is bringing a lot of great ideas and great advice to us. That's really like, not just like, like on this project, you sometimes have advisors and it feels like it's more for a promotion, and he's really helpful. He's such a good guy and we're really happy having him here. And
right.
It helps a lot, brings so much value to it.
He doesn't want the credit. He's actually uncomfortable. We're talking about him right now.
Let's make him blush.
He's
I can only copy that.
Is he advising you too? I wouldn't be surprised.
Not yet.
Not directly, but we had great conversations, and I think it also, I think it was through you, Michael, right? Like this connection
I think
was established. I think so. And always like on Telegram back and forth, also hopped on a call and I received great feedback from Haddy and some introductions. So highly appreciated.
Yeah, we could actually make
your projects are both amazing.
Yeah, let's do that. We could recreate Haddy in as an avatar, then everyone can be a Haddy. How does that sound? Our new mascot. Yeah.
I definitely want my own avatar.
For sure. Actually, we had a hello from Burke Erdogan.eth from Art Unchained. So he must know you guys. That's
nice. Yeah. Also, Nina is here. Awesome.
Nina.
Yeah, team is assembling. Very good.
The whole family.
Yeah, everyone's here. Yeah.
Awesome. I've only recently met Nina on Twitter. I think she follows me too. I'm not sure. I've seen her in a few of our spaces, but definitely another good energy person. And I really love what you guys are doing in the space. And both projects are very, very interesting. Let me, Haddy, why don't you actually, I know you have questions for these guys, so I'm going to let you get into some of your stuff.
I wouldn't say I have questions. So
I know you have things you want to talk about.
Well, I think the beauty of Art Unchained is that they unchain the boundaries, and that you can then create art. So through art, you can actually create your own universe. The services are amazing. The avatars. I mean, Michael, the best thing to talk about in Yana is some of the projects you've been working on that are, I mean, it really comes from the clients a lot of the time that Michael and Yana have been working with in the team. there's some amazing creations that come out of that. Like Borpa was really funny. The memes, amazing.
I was gonna say, like, Borpa, when I love Borpa so much. We had a discussion like a few days before we actually got in contact with Borpa about we should get some serious Web2 big companies and stuff. And I was like, yes, we should. Well, it's kind of boring.
But-
It depends what, right? It can be like there can be really interesting ones, but also like too corporate. I don't want to kick them off now by saying that, but then like just a few days later, Borpa reached out and I was like, this is it. I could not explain it before, but this is it. And just like when you have to write a briefing about sculpting a green big butt that will be all over the island, and you're gonna have like a race through that, and just things like that, you're just laughing your ass off, literally, and just going crazy. And then we're like, that's how we earn our money, and that's so cool, man. That's Web3 life, right?
So
Where you say
creative.
those crazy things that nobody would ever believe you that when you tell that in like normal world. So yeah, Borpa. If you want, I can share a video of the island so you could see what we have.
Yeah, I would love that.
Yes, that's where I was going with it. So, piece to talk about Borpa was they have so many memes that if you go into Giphy and you put in Borpa, you'll get a whole bunch of GIFs.
Yeah.
So it was really big.
Vorpa.
And it's still really big. And Michael will show you now the world that they created, which was we were laughing for weeks.
You can see my screen, yeah?
I can see it.
Yeah, it's up now, yeah.
It.
That's on Nifty, right?
That's on Nifty, yeah.
Yeah.
Nifty Island.
So what you can see is you can see all the avatars that have been created, and they're all dancing in the world that was created. This is hosted on Nifty, which I think I already shared with you, Peace. And there's gamification on there. So it allows you to bring your communities in. You can reward your communities through it. They can have games. Chimpers is another one, which is a really good. So there's the
What chain is this on?
It's not.
Yeah, how do you go on?
Polygon.
No, you go. You're the expert.
It's actually, it depends whatever chain they support right now. You can have on ETH, Base, or Polygon. And they're soon adding more. Running, I think, is also added already. And there's more coming. And hopefully Stacks, Bitcoin, yeah. Soon, that would be awesome. I don't know anything about that, but I would be happy to have that.
Oh, yeah, we can definitely connect you with Stacks. If you guys want to get into Stacks, we can absolutely do that. And there's a huge growing community of memers and degens and artists. Several of them in this chat right now too. It's real cool, real cool. So what kind of do you know how many users you have on a typical day for Nifty Island right now?
It depends. Like I don't know the daily numbers exactly, but for example, like when we have some gaming nights, there you have a couple hundreds showing off as well, coming on and having fun. So it's really about like in the metaverse, when you have no events, there are just a couple people coming, but you need to keep those islands active or those worlds and bring some nice activities, and then people show up, and you're gonna have such a great time with the community. It's so much fun. I just before we had the stream, I was quickly going on the Chimpers Island, and they had a gaming night going on there. I don't know if it's still on. And I was just meeting the founder of Nifty Island, and he just killed me like 2 times, like nothing, like, oh my God, what an honor. So yeah, that was just a funny moment. And that's kind of like, that's how we connected as well to the Dizzy Dragons, which I've been a holder since, I think I launched in 21. And when Nifty was just starting the open beta in January, I got on, and suddenly somebody wrote me, "Hey, Ninja, is that you?" I was like, huh, who this? Dizzy Dragons. So Rob, one of the founders of Dizzy Dragons, we found each other on Nifty, and then we reconnected after not seeing us for a long time, and it ended up that we did some avatar for them. It was just so good to meet again in a place where you never expected it. So
yeah, and I think we can say with Art Unchained and the team, we build homes for communities where there can play together, work together, inspiration together, and yeah, our spaces are homes for communities.
Awesome. And that's actually, that's what's keeping the whole space going, is the building of communities. So, we need more of that kind of stuff. And I'm very, very encouraged to hear that you guys are building out such a cool product, and very functional too. Looks like it actually works, which I know that's part of the challenge for Metaverse, right? Is that it actually functions and it's usable. So really interested in getting in there, and maybe helping you guys bring that to the Stacks ecosystem as well, because there's definitely a ton of great communities in here, and I think that might be an interesting addition that I don't think anyone's working on right now. I don't think there's a Metaverse play in Stacks, so happy to chat with you guys offline and connect you with some other people that might be able to bring that together, for sure. Nina posted, tell us more about Gorplets.
Do we have some screenshot of that thing somewhere?
I researched. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Jana is searching. She's just going.
But guys, the future is really exciting when I see the latest developments when it comes to AR and VR. I think we really just are scratching the surface, and when you said before, we build like your vision in the digital world. I think this is going to be exciting in the upcoming years, 100%.
Yeah, so much. It's just the possibility that you can have something in your mind, and now you have tools to bring that thing into not just 2D, but in a way that you actually can go into it and just explore whatever crazy stuff you have in mind. It is so amazing. So amazing. We're really just at the beginning. I think we're soon running around and having these lenses where whatever you're looking at, it shows you more information to that, and all that crazy stuff going to happen. I'm excited for that. It's also scary somewhat, but it's more exciting for me than scary, I would say. Yeah, let's see where we go. And it's going to be so fast now with AI. Everything is going much faster. Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah. Well, I think.
Well, I was going to say with the AI piece. So, Danilo, tell us a little bit more about the AI function on the Miracle, and so do you have plans to bring more communities in there, and what does that look like?
Yeah. So when it comes to AI, we really just use it as a tool. So we are not an AI company, and we don't pitch ourselves like, oh, we are the next like big thing like when it comes to AI and Web3 and stuff, but we literally just use it as a tool because it helps us to scale, because there's so much data coming in, and then you have to identify, what's actually something related to a collection, what kind of category it is. As I mentioned before, imagine the project posts something about an upcoming event. So the data which is being extracted and organized and then linked to the collection is, for example, when this event is happening, like a date, where it is happening, is it online, is it IRL, how do you get the ticket, and also the claim information, including the claim link. So we organize all of that data, and then we link it to the collection. So whenever you are on the Miracle, or in future on a wallet, on a marketplace, on any app that supports that collection, you will see, cool, next week there is an event in California. I can access a ticket for this event because I'm a holder, and this is how I get it. So we really just build it with the consumer and the retail customer in mind, because I strongly believe that the next wave of people which will be onboarded into the space will be consumers. There are a lot of projects and also infrastructure being built to onboard consumers, to make it more seamless and to make the tech less visible. I think at the end of the day, nobody cares about the tech, nobody cares about the infrastructure. Nobody cares if we put it together with AI or not. At the end of the day, me as a customer, I want to know what I get, how I get it, if it's fun, if it brings some value to my life. And this is just everything what we want to put together and link it with the asset so everyone can easily access it. And when it comes to onboarding more communities, we definitely are looking into onboarding more, especially on the ordinal side and on the Solana side. So we currently support 26 collections, I think, on ordinals. And also on Solana, we are adding more and more on a weekly basis. We added also a form where projects can fill out if they want to get onboarded / supported through the Miracle. And very, very soon, we are also launching a tool where communities can basically like link all kinds of benefits with their collection and push it through the Miracle and every app which is using our API. So we kind of like reverse engineer the process and also let projects and holders to create data and link it with the collection and push it across apps. So yeah, a lot of things been built at the moment and a lot of communities being added. And I think right now we support like more than 520 or 30 collections across different chains.
And I must just add in there that these are not just the 500 random communities. These are the premium communities on all of these chains. So any name you could possibly think of on ETH as the big names are on the platform already. And the ones in Solana are already coming across. And the ordinal, the big names are already moving across. So it's not any project that gets onto the platform, which I think is really important. That it's so good that, I mean, you can name the names of the communities that are already there and already supporting it because they believe in the service, and it's very valuable to their the community that they can see things straight away. I know how valuable it is to me.
Yeah, I think something you just mentioned is super important. We really in the beginning want to make clear and sure that the quality is on top. I just like yesterday had a call with one of the biggest wallets, also from the Bitcoin space, and he told me if like for us the most important is security and data quality. So I told him, hey, besides like first of all really screening through the collections and the things we put on, we have also a quality control. So manually before it gets pushed, we check it, and we have also some other security parameters which checks like how was the post created by the project, and some other things we check. So I really think that quality and security is one of the most important things. This is also why we just don't support every random collection on the Miracle. Otherwise, you just don't have also a clear overview of things, and potentially there are threats of getting scammed or spammed or whatever.
Yeah, and that makes a lot of sense. I mean, at the end of the day, community safety and security is the most important thing, right? Because that's what it's all about, is having a solid community. If your community is vulnerable, you could lose it very quickly if there's an attack. So that makes a lot of sense that you would want to focus on security and also limit it to projects you can verify are legitimate and legitimate communities. So that makes a ton of sense. Sounds like the right way to do it. I had a question and I lost it because I was talking about the other thing. But so I want to so projects will be able to go and add themselves to the platform eventually. That's coming.
Yes. So they can already. We have, I don't know, let me quickly try if I can share something. Just let me know when you see my screen.
Yep, it's up.
So you can actually like what you can do is, as a project, if you're interested, if you are on ETH, on Base, Blast, Bitcoin, or Solana, you can fill out the form here to get listed. You can add the link to the collection, and then we do the rest of the work. So like from this moment, your collection is supported by the Miracle. We aggregate all relevant data when it comes to things which are interesting for your holders. As I mentioned before, through all the categories like discounts, travel. Do you provide some travel perks for your community, or is a third party giving your community travel perks? I think something is like what I realized, like the most interesting use case is, let's call it like third party benefits or third party utility. Because when we think about Pudgy Penguins, which is like the leading NFT brand and IP, it is super interesting for third parties to provide value to the community, to onboard them to their services or to test their product. So those data is super fragmented over all the platforms. So as you can see, what we do and what we link is everything which is generally available, like which has no restriction regarding the time, and everything which is like time sensitive. So everything which is like happening between like today and the next week or tomorrow, and you have to get active. So as you can see here, if you are a Apache holder, you get access to a co-working space in Bangkok. And most likely, if you are right now on the marketplace and you want to buy into Apaches, or you check even their Twitter or Discord, there is so much information, and we simply showing you what you can do with the asset. So that's like the value proposition from a project perspective to get supported by the Miracle, that we take care about all those things, whether it is access benefit, whether it is a reward. You can claim your rect rewards if you go onto the rect drinks website and enter your stuff, IRL events, but also other claims. You see a bunch of claims from third parties, and we bring this all together. So, and the other thing I think from a project perspective, which is interesting, with our API, which we just roll out, you can get that data integrated into your project website. So we are currently in touch with Chimpers, and Chimpers will be integrating our API. So whenever you are on their website and you are connected with your wallet, that's the goal, you have information accessible on things you can claim and access. So yeah, you can get supported on the Miracle, but you can also get in touch with us if you want to get access to the API and integrate all of that information and functionality into your services.
Oh, very, very cool. Very, very cool. And actually, so the current chains or current platforms that you support on the Miracle is Ethereum, and now you're also going into Solana and ordinals on Bitcoin. That's the three right now? Any L2s on like Ethereum L2s also, or just on Ethereum main chain?
We support Base. So for example, here the Doodle Superpass, which is on Base, is also supported by the Miracle. So you can actually see the rewards you get, and every time there is like something new happening, you have the information here, like access to the new music video. And on Base, we are also adding more and more collections. So yeah, Base is supported also by the Miracle, Blast, and Polygon.
Awesome. Very, very cool. I'm less familiar with Blast, but I know all the other chains. So is Blast just another L2 on Ethereum that I'm just unfamiliar with?
I mean, there was a huge farming season. I think Ninja is familiar with that, and with Pac-Man who pushed that. Like kind of took like the Blur narrative to Blast, and we actually had really a lot of benefits being distributed through our platform when it came to Blast and collections on Blast, and we still have. So it a little bit cooled down when it comes to holder benefits, but I think the ecosystem is still alive. People are still building on it, and there are plans for the future also to make it more consumer friendly, to move things more on mobile. But for me, like the most excited about an L2 to get on the Miracle and supported by the Miracle is definitely Abstract. So Abstract with Luca and the whole Pachi and Igloo team behind it. I'm super excited to see all the projects which will build on Abstract and pushing that consumer crypto narrative forward. And that's definitely a L2 we will support from day one.
Very cool. Very cool. So I'm actually going to segue into an odd question, but I promise it makes sense in a minute. I'm just going to actually poll our audience, and I already know Haddy's answer. But do you guys prefer your socks to be fresh and dry, or do you prefer moist socks?
What was the second?
Moist. Do you want
Moist.
you prefer your socks to be a little bit moist? There's people that go both ways, so I it's a serious question. Please answer it.
It's not a trick question. There's a reason for it.
I'm actually thinking about it. I like them really fresh, and so then I can make them moist myself, and then I'm proud of an achievement.
Exactly. The moisture is moist socks are proof of work.
Yeah.
Right?
Ninja on the fence.
Once they get moistened, you need to freshen the socks. So I actually bring that up because Landy, who's in the audience, he and I have been kind of playing it back and forth, and he boasts. So he's the creator of a moist sock meme token and meme project. That there are also going to be some NFTs, and somebody created an alternate box, and I think that we would love to actually bring our projects into the metaverse so we can maybe do a little bit more with that. So how do we get you guys into stacks? How do we bridge that? What do you need from us? I guess
it's like when you can get like stacks on a Nifty Island or on Cyber integrated, then we are absolutely able to do it. Yeah. It depends kind of on the platforms, as we are platform independent builders, right? So we can build basically anywhere, whatever makes sense for a client, for a project. If they're supporting stacks, I think if the community is loud enough and makes them clear, hey, we need that chain on your platform, then we're absolutely able to do that. I mean, my head already starts building a sock metaverse where you're actually going inside a sock and you have little sock rooms and just like it already starts. That's how we work. You tell us something and it starts.
Now we open the box.
That's exactly how this whole sock narrative started too.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
but that's
we have
stuff I really love.
We have a
about,
great
like,
fun.
Crazy stuff.
Well, yeah, it's an artsy thing, right? It's being fun and silly with reality, and communicating in ways that are not necessarily straightforward ways of communicating. That's what art is, right? Or partly what art is. And so there's definitely demand, even just some of the people having conversations or asking questions about just recently being exposed to you guys in this show, saying, oh yeah, we could do this. He was talking about setting up a fight between the dry sock and the moist sock in the metaverse. So we want to make that. So I'll talk to those guys and see if see what our next steps are, but we can definitely whip up some community support for that and get it done. Just a matter of when, not if.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely doable. I'm already building it somewhat. I see black and white socks fighting each other, and oh my god. Here we go.
Well, there's been a little bit of a meme and post war on Twitter, so you should check out the dry sock stacks and moist sock stacks Twitter handles. It's a little bit funny sometimes. So but that's the kind of thing that you're going to find on Nifty Island, right? You're going to find communities looking to go to a place where they can have fun and engage in ways that they otherwise cannot in real life. That's what the metaverse is for, right? So we definitely have some content that would like to go on there.
There's the fresh sock.
The fresh.
Oh
Right.
yeah, and
So obviously the race is now on.
The race is on. There's a mystery man behind the dry sock account. It's not me. I created it though. I did create it, but it's we have a secret agent running the show over there, and he's actually been just destroying the moist sock guys. As far as I don't think they know how to respond yet. They're a little perplexed because I wasn't doing it. So
when it comes to I have a question.
Yes.
When it comes to the meme coin community and space, when you compare it like Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin, do you see certain differences? I mean, like of course, like
I see a lot of similarities.
Okay.
Well, you have way more meme tokens on Solana, right? Because it's cheaper and easier to mint them and create them and manipulate them. But I mean, meme coins are meme coins. Stacks is a smaller community right now, and one of the reasons why is because while smart contracts on Bitcoin is really, really cool, the transaction process is slow. It's a 20 to 30 minute block times, but that's changing within the next couple of weeks. We're going to go from 10 to 20 minute blocks to like 5 to 15 second blocks. So once we have that kind of speed, there are a bunch of other innovations that are coming. There are a ton of projects on Stacks that have new implementations that they haven't been able to launch because the Nakamoto upgrade, the speed upgrade got delayed for several months. So we have a ton of people just waiting to drop these projects. There are people watching the space, looking to make sure it actually goes through before they engage in the ecosystem. We have projects like SBTC, which is native BTC on Stacks. It's held in a smart contract, and SBTC basically represents legitimate Bitcoin. That's actually being bridged right now there's partnerships with Aptos chain and Solana. So you're going to have Stacks BTC on Aptos and Solana. And that's going to bring a lot more people to the Stacks ecosystem. So the Stacks ecosystem is relatively small. It's a very, very, I love the community. It's a very engaged community. It's a very interactive community. It's a very collaborative community. So there are a number of meme coins on Stacks. Most of the meme coin communities are interlaced. So they're not maxis fighting against each other. No, our coin's better. No, this coin's better. No, that coin's better. We kind of all support each other. So there's very much a community orientation underlying the meme coins on Stacks. And also the meme tokens on Stacks are largely community run. So there's like the Welsh Corgi coin. That's the biggest one. I think it's the biggest market cap on Stacks by biggest token by market cap. It's a community run project. There's no founder running it. It's just the community is involved, and they do some crazy stuff. Just a ton of spaces. They did this 100-day giveaway. They have like thousands of people several hundred to sometimes a couple of thousand people tuning into their weekly spaces. So small community relative to Solana and Ethereum and like Dogecoin and stuff like that, but very engaged, very, very engaged.
Cool. Yeah, thank you for the insights. What was that, Haddy?
So another Michael has, so Unicorn Launching said that I don't look like an Australian, so I thought I'd bring the boomerang out. That was all. But yes, it does look like a sock.
You mean actually the sock holder, yeah? It looks like it's
It's a sock holder,
for dry
yes.
socks.
This is how you dry your sock.
Cool.
Now we have revealed the secret of those things, finally. That's good.
No, I had actually some days ago an interesting discussion with someone about meme coins, and that the community is kind of like transforming or getting more also into that NFT community like vibe, you know, like it's not just, I mean, of course, like the price drives the narrative and the sentiment, especially like on Solana. But then there is this whole other angle about actually the memes, the fun, the community, and then events being created out of it, or products and stuff. So yeah, really curious where the space is going in that direction.
Well, and so there's another meme community. A good friend of mine launched called the Roo coin. You know, it's a kangaroo based. And they launched the coin, but they did it as a fear launch. So there was no pre-mine, there was no team mint, no team allocation. They literally just created this token and they launched it where you could mint it. You had to put 30 stacks in and you got 10,000 Roo. And it minted out in a matter of like an hour, you know, because the community was very involved in it. And it's just a super tight-knit group. And then they have a bunch of other projects that they're building out on top of it to add value to the community. So it's not, of course, there are always going to be meme token opportunities that are extractive, right? That are just being launched to enrich somebody or enrich the team and eventually dump on the community. But there are projects on Stacks and people on Stacks that are looking to build value loop type of projects versus an extractive project. So with what Jack did with the Roo coin community, they launched so I don't know if you guys are familiar with digital matter theory on ordinals, on like the meta protocol for how like DMT ordinals, where you can basically inscribe data on chain, and they mint based on the on-chain data, or the non-arbitrary data in the blockchain is used as a means to deter. So in this case, it would be block height of the mint, where that determines the traits in the NFT that's getting minted. Jack's team figured out that Ian Banksy is his developer, a really smart dude in the space. He's done some really cool stuff too. He's the main developer behind Roo. He created a DMT play on Stacks. He figured out how to do a DMT play on Stacks, which turned out to it became a block war project where they created this NFT called Stacks Invaders, and they minted one per block over a period of time. And whoever won the block mint got that NFT. So you had a bunch of guys that were fighting to get their transaction through. Sometimes you just got lucky and you might be the only one minting during that block. I think there were 5,000 total NFTs, and like over the course of 40 days. And again, this only happens with slow blocks. We couldn't do this again once the blocks get fast. But it ended up being, so during the lull where the bear market was going on and everything was going crazy, Stacks had a huge influx in transactional volume because of this one project where guys were trying to beat each other to mint the NFT. And then there's been other things that they've done on top of that for those holders, and there will be more stuff. You get badges. They're always doing different things for the community. And then there's other communities they're involved, and you get whitelist drops for that kind of stuff. So what are the communities in Stacks are in my experience, a little bit different. It's definitely more about the community and more about promoting, adding value for the holders versus just dumping on them eventually.
I like that. We should add them on the Miracle.
I agree. Yeah.
Absolutely.
I've been saying it.
Stacks Invaders
that's
should be
something-
on there
Been
right
saying
now. And there's a bunch of them. Giga Pepe was in here earlier. He has a bunch of projects that he's minted out. He has his Giga Pepe V2 that he's minting out. Holders of that coin have received a ton of airdrops in the time. And some of them are airdrops of tokens that aren't really going to make it, right? We all know that. Sometimes it's a token, someone's launching a token and they just try to throw it out to whatever community they can to get interest in it. But sometimes it's actually legit collaborative projects with my buddy. He just mentioned he's here.
He's back again.
Good dude. Yeah, good dude. And he's helps everybody in the space, and he puts out his stuff, and he works on a bunch of other projects too. And that's what you're going to find in the space. There's a bunch of people. So even with RuCoin, Jack Bin Switch is his name on Twitter, who started the RuCoin project. He's actually he's a partner with Bitcoin Live too. He has his own show. It's ahead of the curve. He's the whole reason why I have a show right now on Bitcoin Live. He had me come and co-host with him a couple of times. That's how I'm introduced to Nick. He and I actually met or really became friendly in the Node Rocks community. Node Rocks is an ordinals community that had rugged, and the community unrugged the project.
Nice.
And we've done
Took over from the dev.
So
Yeah.
we took it over from the dev. We got access to the portal in Magic Eden. We had to correct the JSON file to get the traits to line up with what was in there. It's a cursed yin yang inscription. I don't know if you understand what that is. Like the community just actually added a second PFP that sits on. So the node rocks are a cursed yin yang inscription. There was a glitch in an opcode or a bug in the opcode on Bitcoin where you could mint negative ordinals mint negative ordinals inscriptions. And a yin yang inscription is when you inscribe and you get two. You get one regular and positive number and one negative number. The negative number is called a cursed inscription. One of the guys in the community figured out a way to create a secondary PFP. It's created a whole JSON file with a whole separate traits, but that line up with the original traits, but are mutant traits. And now everyone that holds a node rock has two node rocks. And then that was just done for the community. It wasn't it wasn't an opportunistic way to raise some money. It was just participating at the community level. So that's the people that are in the Bitcoin and Stacks ecosystem space, or a lot of. Pizza Ninjas is, again, there's a ton of Stacks guys from that community. It's an ordinals project. Really cool IP. You should definitely get them
They're
in
really
there.
cool.
If they're not one of your if they're not one of the ordinals on the Miracle, they should be.
We have them. We have them on. I talked. I know Chris, great guy from the community. Met the team also in Lisbon this year. So yeah, they are really cool IP. And again, tons of cool benefits and value distributed to the holders from third parties or directly through the team. Like there is or was this 10-week creator bootcamp and other cool stuff they pushed forward for the holders. So yeah, definitely a project which is on top of the Miracle. Yeah.
Speaking about
so
NFTs,
you got a lot of guys from those same communities.
Which is, I don't
Say
know
that
that
again.
Are you guys going to join Lisbon next year? So we've been there last year. We missed this year, but we're gonna go next year, and we are again gonna have a team meeting there. And would be awesome to meet you guys as well.
Yeah. So I love Lisbon. So NFC Lisbon is really a cool event. They kind of like redefine or re-innovate every year. This year there was like a huge part of the event was also covering meme coins and ordinals. And I think we'll be there next year again. I mean, this year I was there by myself. But yeah, I think I will be there again.
That's awesome. It's I mean, like we just met our team like a week ago. So
I saw that.
yeah, right. Like I can
Yeah.
share the video in a moment. Actually, like so we've been working like over 2 years together, and we all met within the Web3 space. That's the beauty of it. I think in Web3, it doesn't matter where you're from. It's really about the person and not about some countries or whatever. It's that you provide value and have the right mindset, and people get connected so nicely in Web3 like nowhere else. And so that's how we got our team, like from all within the Web3 space. So when we've seen like, okay, we have a need for certain things, there's a new position. Who do we know in the Web3 space that we could get in? Because we believe that Web3 is really like that revolution that can free you from that system we have right now. And so we want to bring as many people as possible into that. And we got the team together for over 2 years working together. We never met in real life. And actually last week, finally, we met in Istanbul. So we have some locals from the team are living in Istanbul, Doruk and Beve, and we had Farnas, Mahmoud, our architects. We had Nina as well there, and our art director, and us from Switzerland. And I'd like to share that video. It just shows like we've never met before, but it's whenever you go to a show like Lisbon or Tallinn, we've been as well. It's always the same. You meet the people from Web3, you've never seen them before, and you're like friends that you just haven't seen for a few years, but you have this deep connection. And it's I think this is something really unique to Web3, where you get connected to people so easily over some memes or whatever, right? And then you meet in real life and you're best buddies. Let me share that video actually.
How much kebab were you eating down there in Istanbul?
I was disappointed of myself actually. I got the best kebab ever. I had original Adana kebab and
yeah, I love that.
So good.
Yeah.
And but I from traveling, my stomach was not my friend, so I had to hold back with eating all the kebabs. But it was so delicious. It was so worth it.
I mean, in general, the food in Istanbul is really really good. Love
totally.
it.
Yeah.
So, no, I saw that video.
Here we go. Yeah, Jana, you want to say something?
And I think in this video we can see we are not only a virtual team, we are a global family, and I think this is the magic behind Art Unchained.
Yeah, absolutely. We're missing the team so hard. Like the day we got back, I was like, we've been like, oh, we missed the team. We want to get back to be on a table together, draw together, and just like talk in real life. And I like to work a lot in like remote and so on. But then meeting the team, it's a complete different thing. When it's your team, then it's your family, and it's like then you just want to be with them. We had 6 days there, and we've been day and night basically spending together and enjoying the very few days we had together and made the best out of it. Here in the video, you also could see like this is the Digital Experience Museum, which someone from the community recommended us, and it is in Istanbul, so we've been like, hey, let's go there. And we had those very cool experiences there where you could touch the screens and interact with the 3D models and all that stuff, which we are really interested in providing a service as well. And yeah, that was just so amazing. Finally got together with the team, and it was really the moment we met. So first we met with, who was the first one? Doruk and Beve. And no, Nina was the first one. Nina was the very first one. Yeah. That was just like screaming and crying and going crazy. Yeah. Then we met Doruk and Beve. It was kind of the same, right? Like, and it felt so connected. It was not like, oh, that I imagined this, he would look different or whatever, like what may happen on a blind date, right? It was just instant, deep connection, and that was throughout the whole event. Let's call it an event. Yeah, and that's just like Web3. You work together since 2 years. You got connected within Twitter or Discord. Actually, that was happening like that, and then you build up these close relationships. And I think this is really something so amazing in the Web3 space.
Awesome.
We love you, Nina.
Yeah. It's great when you build these communities, you are building a family. It is very close knit. You're working together constantly. So when you do have the opportunity to meet these people, you really have the bond already established, but it gets tightened because you actually make that physical connection. And it's a bond, it really is. I know I didn't get to go to Bitcoin Nashville, but a ton of the people from the Stacks ecosystem made it this year. And the story upon story upon story of, I finally met this guy. I finally met that guy. Oh yeah, she was really awesome. I couldn't believe how cool she was. And it's just really encouraging for where our space is going, because that's not extractive projects. That's not people that are looking to take advantage or harm people in the space. That's people who are building to last, who are building not just a project, not just a platform, but a community and a team, a family really is what it is. So I really love that. That reflects in that, and that you hold value in that was something you wanted to share with us too, because it speaks about what's behind your project, where you're at. I love what both of you guys' projects are doing. I think it's really both are providing needed, valuable, usable things in the space, and so thank you very much for that. And we're a little bit past the hour. Nick hasn't told me we have to stop yet. Usually this is where he tells me we can go a little bit longer, but I don't know. I want to be respectful of his time, but we're getting close. So I want to give everyone a chance to say any final words or anything that you wanted to touch on that we haven't gotten to yet. So Danilo, anything else, any final words, anything else we should know about the miracle?
Well, first of all, thanks again for inviting me here to this podcast, and it's an honor to share it, especially with my friends over at Art Unchained. As I think, when was it when we met?
I think it was like
last summer.
Yeah, it's so long, but it feels like a few months actually.
Time is running super fast. So yeah, like Michael introduced me also, for example, to Jimpers, and this relates so much to what you said before. Like the space, I think, is moving together forward, like together help each other, provide value for each other, try to grow together. And this is why I love building in Web3. This is why I left my corporate career to go into this adventure, which is a roller coaster, obviously. But yeah, I love it, and I'm super happy to be here and to build cool products which provide value. And if you want to check out what we are building on the Miracle, you can follow my account. I'm providing here and there founders updates and insights, doing that for many weeks already, showing what's happening behind the scenes with all the highlights and the challenges. And yeah, if you miss out on important things, if you hold NFTs or ordinals, then go on our website, create an account. You don't even have to connect your wallet. You can just add the wallet address and you can start track and claim everything related to your assets. And very soon we will add some more functionalities and cool stuff. So keep an eye on the announcements.
Awesome. And I can't wait to see some more ordinals communities and also some Stacks communities get on there as well. What do we need to do? We'll talk offline about what we might need to do to get some Stacks communities on there as well.
Yeah, I just wanted to say, you can just let me know what kind of like communities or projects are interesting to add, and we are happy to look into this.
All right, will do. I'll talk to some of my friends, and I'm sure
Cool.
they're all going to want to. So,
Cool.
awesome. We'll definitely talk
Thank
again.
you.
And this isn't a last opportunity either. We do this regularly. The spaces, you guys provide a great service, so we'll catch up again. This isn't the last time you have an opportunity to come on DeOrganized. Michael and Yana, give us some final thoughts. What else should we know about Art Unchained and or anything else you want us to let us know about?
You want to go?
Let's see.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you so much for this or for the stage you give us. And I can say, when you have the chance to meet other people from Web3, do it. It is very important, and you can learn so much from other people and from other countries, cultures. I think it's very important to do this, and I think this is the magic behind Art Unchained. We have the team from the whole world, and all these peoples bring the inspiration from their country and their culture, and this is very important. And we can so much learn from all people from our team. That's very important. And Danilo, I hope we see you soon. I think. Oh, how do you say this in English? We schulden dir noch ein Fondue.
Yeah. I think last year we said in winter we will do the
I
team
remember.
fondue together, right?
Yeah.
And now it's the next winter coming, so winter is coming.
Yeah, let's do this. We are definitely in.
Lisbon next year.
That's going to be an interesting fondue. Yeah.
The sentiment about varying perspectives and getting exposed to people from other places and or working with people from other places. That's a great point. Great. I love that sentiment. An opportunity to have that we really work this closely with people from other places and with other experiences, and that makes us all stronger because it brings perspectives that we weren't otherwise afforded the opportunity to even know about. So that's a great point. And Michael, I'm going to let you have a final word on Art Unchained as well, and thank you for coming. Thank you guys for coming on my show and supporting us.
Yeah, thank you very much for having us. It was really a pleasure having that. And I would love to see some socks in the metaverse. Truly, now this idea sticks with me. So let me know if there's something happening. That said, Art Unchained, we can realize like anything, no matter how crazy it sounds. I got a very creative mindset, the whole team together, bringing all the different cultures together. Like there's so much crazy brainstorming happening when we get a new project, and we love doing that magic and just having the moment where the client actually sees their project coming to life. That was how it started for me when I had this vision of a gallery, and then Mahmoud started 3D sketching and I was like, whoa, goosebumps, that something I have in mind, suddenly you see it in front of your eyes, and then you can even visit that thing. That's just incredible to see. And so whatever, don't think anything is too crazy, and we are really happy to make it happen and make it an experience, so that the things you have in mind will be visible and an experience for others as well, be it showrooms or community hub, whatever. So many things you can do, and just bringing communities together, I think that's the most beautiful thing.
Yeah. And growth together.
Yeah, grow together. That's what I said before from Danilo. When I hear that, I was like, oh yeah, that's the word, grow together.
Yeah, I love that sentiment. Haddy, you have any final words, man?
Yeah, I want to follow on with the sentiment and say thank you very much for coming on the show today, and having your DMs open and working with us to get the show organized. I think we'd love to have you on a space as well, because I think that works really well. all I have to say is the miracle, what you guys are building is amazing. I've loved it from the very first time I engaged with it. We had a really good conversation. I'm glad to see that lots of the things are coming to fruition there. Art Unchained is always the same. The only thing I have to point out is that the video was like rubbing salt in the wound, and when merch is all I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay. So the ones who have been there, they got merch. Okay. When are you joining us?
I know.
We probably gonna make Art
winding you up.
Unchained socks. We need to decide if fresh
Yes,
or wet,
yes.
moist. But yeah,
Fresh. No. It's got to be fresh. Fresh first. It's got to be fresh first. We'll have them both on there.
Yeah. So I need to make sure that everyone understands. Just like follow the socials. Obviously, Michael and Yana and Art Unchained. I've obviously retweeted all of them out. The Miracle's also there. Please follow them. They've got amazing projects. And I think I'm putting the challenge down. Which sock is going to be first on the Miracle and which sock is going to be first in the metaverse? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
The gauntlet has been put
Let's do
down.
this.
our socks are ready.
Awesome. The socks are ready. We're gonna get on there, for sure. Well, Nina's telling me no. It's got to be moist. Is she a moist maxi? She's a moist sock maxi. You didn't even know about it.
Yummy.
Oh, Nick, you got my name on there, so people think I posted that up there, salting them with those socks. That's
Stop blaming it on
Yes.
Nick. man.
those are not fresh socks.
Your socks.
Hey, I only wear black socks.
Yeah, but with the you say the locker.
Yeah, with a lot of holes for the
Yes.
air circulation.
And just so it strikes me that we're talking about sock memes, and it's fun and it's amusing and it's kind of it's bizarre, right? We're talking about sock memes, but that's getting engagement. It's fun, and you guys actually we've kind of gone like off the rails with some of the narrative on it. Like, there's this the underlying narrative is that Big Sock is behind it and trying to force the moist socks and the dry socks to fight against each other rather than actually coming together for a better world and all that stuff. Like, it's really and it all came out of this goofy meme, but we could actually communicate some real ideas behind it. So it's fun
IP.
stuff, Yes. Yeah, exactly. It's just goofy. We're talking about, I wasn't trying to make that the focus of the conversation at all. I think what your guys' platforms are really awesome. Both of them. I think you're both providing a tremendous amount of value to multiple communities across multiple chains. So thank you very much again for what you're building and for what you're doing and for giving us the time coming on, supporting DeOrganized, Bitcoin Live. Shout out to Nick. Made this easy because he's running everything in the background, so I don't have to. And it's an immense amount of work behind the scenes you don't really know. But also follow Bitcoin Live. They got a ton of shows on there. We're happy to have you guys again. We'll catch up soon. And Haddy mentioning a space, just so you guys, I'm sure you guys are familiar with X Spaces, but that would give us more opportunity to engage a little bit more with the audience and get questions from them. So it does have some different value when you do that, when we go that route. So happy to facilitate that as well. Does anyone else have anything else they want to add before we wrap up?
Was ich muss sagen, ist vielen Dank für heute.
Vielen Dank.
Maybe
not
one
even
last
gonna
thing
add-
I wanted to mention about the miracle. It was really a miracle, and I'm so thankful for having the miracle. Thanks to the miracle, I was able to get the Rect Ring shares, because else I would have missed that. So I got my wallet and just checked, and there was Rect Rings. I was like, I have a Rect Guy NFT, and of course in the Discord I won't see that. So thanks to miracle, I got that, and now I'm having some part of the Rect Rings, which I believe is something that can blow up. And OSF and direct cruise. So amazing. And miracle happened. So I think this is one of the strongest project out there, bringing such great benefits. The benefits of the miracle are really, really so good, and it's really, really needed. So I just wanted to leave that here before we go. Yeah.
Man, thank you for the kind words. Always makes me happy when I hear from users that they almost like didn't claim something or forget about something, and we help you to get a shareholder. So I'm also a shareholder, by the way.
Well done. Beautiful.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it a lot.
Awesome. Yeah, everybody, go check out themiracle.io. If you hold NFTs in Ethereum, Solana, there's a number of ordinals on there, soon to be some Stacks projects on there as well. Check out, you can go there and find out what kind of benefits you have from holding those NFTs. And then if you're into art, go to Art Unchained. They have some great it's art-unchained.io.com or .io.
Both should work actually, but it's IO officially. Yeah, but better go just check out our Twitter. It's way more actual than the website, which is 2 years old.
Art Unchained, or go to Unchained Ninja, find him, and you can get the link there. And also Nifty Island, if you're into metaverse or you're curious, check out Nifty Island. There's a lot of cool stuff to play with on there. And Haddy, thank you so much. Thank you, Danilo. Thank you, Michael and Iana. You guys have been great. I am so appreciative of you coming on here. We are DeOrganized. Check us out every other Thursday at 1:30. We also do a Monday through Friday. All times are Eastern time. We also do a Monday through Friday morning update, telling everybody what's going on in the Stacks and broader Bitcoin ecosystem. So check us out. It's DeOrganized BTC on Twitter, or at DeOrganized BTC. And I am PeaceLoveMusic. This has been a great show. Thank our guests, make it easy for me. These guys were great. I'm so happy to have met you. Really excited about your projects, and also talking to you guys about bringing Stacks into your projects. On PeaceLoveMusic, you guys have a great day. Nick, take us out. Thank you.
Thank you, guys. Thanks a lot.
Bye.
Bye.